What's up, Kingdom family? It is your favorite life coach, Coach Ebony Renee. Thank you, thank you. I am back. I am back. Y'all, so today's word of the day is going to be renew. Okay? And this is something that is really, really important when it comes to becoming your best self, becoming, period, right? Every single day we have to evolve, right? Renew, become more than what we were the day before, right? Romans 12 and 2 talks about not conforming to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? So, what if I was to tell you that it's not your circumstances that's holding you back? It's not your situation ship or whatever the case may be that's keeping you stuck and stagnant. What if it's the way that you're thinking, right? What if it's the way that you're thinking? Reflect on that. Reflect on that. Pause the video if you must, but I want you to reflect on that. Okay? A lot of people pray for these new things. They pray for new life. They pray for the new finances, the new job, the new car, and all the things, right? But still operate underneath the old mental system, the old thinking process, the old mindset, right? And that's not how it works. Transformation, it doesn't begin when your circumstance change. It doesn't be Transformation doesn't begin at the end. It begins at the beginning. It begins with your way of thinking. So if your thoughts and what you are thinking is not conducive to what you plan or what you desire to become, then that's something that we have to look at and assess and create new thoughts to put in place of those negative thoughts and small actions and actions and actions after that, right? That's what builds confidence, okay? And this is why it's so important to do the inner work, you guys, to ask the hard questions and to be truthful with yourself, to ask yourself, what story is it that I'm telling myself, right? What story is it and where did it come from? Because every decision, every level of confidence, every habit, every relationship, situationship, jobship, whatever the case may be, all stems from your way of thinking, right? Right? So, in order for your environment to change, you must first change within. It all starts from you. It all starts from your paradigm. So now the paradigm shift is needed. How do we view the world, right? How do we view ourselves? How do we see ourselves? How do we feel about wealth, right? How do we feel about riches? Do we think we don't deserve it? Do we think it's not enough to go around? Like, really sit with yourself and ask yourself the deep questions and answer them truthfully, right? Because nobody's going to ever see the answers but you, like I always say, right? So, when we talk about asking yourself, what I want you to do is grab your journal, okay? Grab your journal real quick. I got a prompt for you. The prompt for today will be, what belief am I carrying that's keeping me small? What belief am I carrying that is keeping me small? And remember, like I said, answer this truthfully because you will never get to the root if you consistently lying to yourself, sugarcoating with yourself. Take accountability. It's time to be responsible for where your life is going, where you're taking yourself in this present moment, right? All right. And I also challenge you, once you write that down, I challenge you to replace that thought with a biblical truth or whatever you believe in, right? Most high, divine oneness. Don't you believe that abundance is your birthright? Don't you believe that you were made in the likeness and the image of God? Don't you believe that God is within you? So if God is with you, then you can do all things, right? So create those new thought patterns in place of those negative thought patterns that you're writing down in your journal. And do the work, y'all. You got to do the inner work. You can't just patch it up, right? And think that it's going to go. Think that everything going to run smooth. So I'm going to leave y'all today with an affirmation. I have God within me. My thinking is changing and my life is changing with it because it's so very true. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, positive or negative, the statement is true. God is within you and your life is changing. Your mindset is changing and your life is changing with it. Okay? So remember that, y'all. And remember that personal growth isn't just about becoming personal growth isn't about becoming someone else, period. Personal growth is about becoming who God created you to be. So I want you to remember that you are in a steady journey of becoming your best self, finding out who you truly are and where you want to go, right? Where you currently are right now, and what steps can you take to get to where you want to go to, right? So if you like what the message gave you today, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, so that way you can get more gems like this today, more of the mental coaching, the mindset coaching. You'll get more practical techniques on how to become your best self, y'all. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing that you are the most important person in the world because you are, and keep believing that God sent you. That's why you got to keep going. I love y'all. Peace.